Alright, everybody, so real quick, it's going to be a very short stream. This is the Earnit Huddle Season 28 schedule reveal. We're going to be on here just for a moment, reveal the schedules, and kind of look at what the game feels like the upcoming season is going to look like. And we will advance to week one. Let everybody get in here and start playing. Alright, as we jump on in here, custom schedules here. Alright, first up, we're going to start in alphabetical order. Colorado out of the Big 12. They're going to start off with a user game, UTSA out of the Southwest Conference. Bye. Then they'll travel to Florida out of the SEC, number 3 Gators. Then they'll start conference play in the Big 12. They'll travel to Oklahoma, travel to USC, user game, non-conference. So 4 straight road games. Their first home game would be against Missouri, and then get a bye week. Then they'll take on the defending national champs, Nebraska Cornhuskers. Be a home game. Then a rival game, the Rocky Mountain Showdown. Then they'll travel to Iowa State, host North Dakota State. They get to play Army for homecoming this year. And then they finish back-to-back road games at Air Force, at Utah, to finish up their Big 12 lineup. Next, out of the, let's get this conference. Oh, I didn't upload it. I'm going to have to make sure it's right. This is our Big East Conference. ECU Pirates. They will first travel to Montana State, get a bye, travel to USC, host UTSA, and then they'll start conference play where they play Syracuse, Cincinnati. This is the one user who had to play 4 games. We got an odd number of users, so we do have one person playing next game. They will travel to Baton Rouge, take on the LSU Tigers. Then they'll travel to UAB down in Birmingham. Then they'll host UCF. Travel to Tampa. Host Pitt. Then they'll travel to Louisville and finish up hosting Memphis. Then the LSU Tigers, they get a bye week. Then they'll take on the defending national champions Nebraska Cornhuskers in Lincoln. Then they'll start conference play. They get Tennessee on the road. They'll host South Carolina and Mississippi State. They'll travel to Florida, and like I said, they got their back-to-back user games. They'll host ECU and USC. Then they'll host Vanderbilt, travel to Alabama, get a bye week, and then the final gauntlet of the season, they host Ole Miss at Auburn, host Clemson. Montana State. We take on ECU week 1, UTSA week 2, travel to Oklahoma week 3, then we start conference play where we take on UCLA. And we'll take on the defending national champs week 5, Arizona State week 6. Have a bye week and we come out hard. Both Washington schools, both Oregon schools a bye week. Then we get the Brawl of the Wild and cap it off with Cal on Senior Day. Then Nebraska, their first game is at Iowa. Got a big rivalry game week 1. Then LSU week 2. Another rivalry game week 3. A bye week. And then Montana State. Then they'll start conference play. Take on North Dakota State. They'll travel to Ames. They'll travel to Boulder. Take on Okie State. Take on K-State. Get out there to Lawrence. Take on Mizzou, and they'll finish the season off a week shorter than everybody, but they'll take on Oklahoma. Big rivalry week there in week 13. USC takes on Notre Dame week 1. Then Montana, they'll start conference play. And they get their user game. Take on Cal, another rivalry game. Take on a user game. Back-to-back conference games, user game. Take on both Arizona School and Stanford. They get a bye right before the big matchup in the Rose Bowl. and then they'll have a bye, so they end up week 14 as well. UTSA, our last team on the docket here, they'll take on back-to-back user games, then conference play here. So they take on Arkansas user game, then they're right back into the conference play. They take on Texas, Texas State, Baylor, TCU, SMU. Only person with back-to-back bye weeks because it didn't work out with the user games. And they'll take on Louisiana, Texas Tech, and finish up with North Texas before the conference championship game. All right. So we're going to advance real quick to week 1. I want to make sure I did redshirt my guys. Guys, it's been so long since I've looked at any of this. Yeah, okay, we did. Did we set up a recruiting board? I think I did. Okay. We did recruit. I thought we did. Alright, guys. We're jumping in to week 1 here. We'll be right back. Look at those matchups. Alright, guys, as the week is finishing up uploading here, got a pretty good, I feel like, chance to have a solid season. Still haven't gotten the natty since I've been there, but it is what it is. Jay Rich, if you're in here, man, you can jump in the chat. I know you were trying to get on here. I'll do your schedule once again. All right, we are into week 1. We're live. We are up. Let's check out the matchups. So, like I said, user game, Colorado UTSA. USC takes on Notre Dame for game of the week. It's the college game day game of the week. The defending national champs Nebraska takes on Iowa in the Heroes game. Got ECU at Montana State. And that will be it for the user games. We've also got conference game in the Sun Belt. Nationally televised UCLA versus Iowa State. Got the Texas kickoff. Chick-fil-A kickoff, the kickoff classic, the All-State one, it's another Texas one. And then we got an ACC game, rivalry game. That's all the games for week 1. All right, conference outlook. Let's see who they've got. We're going to start at the top here. The ACC, they've got Clemson winning it with Virginia Tech and West Virginia trailing behind them. The Atlantic and the Coastal, they got Miami, Wake Forest, and Georgia State. And the American, they've got Syracuse, Rutgers, Cincinnati. On the other side, they got Pitt, Memphis, and ECU. And the Plains for the Big 12, they got Utah, Air Force, North Dakota State. Coach Hughes got to do some work. He's down at number 5. On the plateau, we've got Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas State, top 3. Big 10 on the lakes, we've got Penn State, Miami of Ohio, and Michigan. And the Big 10 on the other side of the tundra, we got Northwestern Minnesota, and Wisconsin. No users in the Big 10 this time. CUSA, we got Southern Miss, Troy, La Monroe. On the mountainside, we got App State, FAU, and Georgia Southern. Independence, they got Army. It's only our only team. We got the MAC, back to the MAC 10. We got Arkansas State, Northern Illinois, and Ohio. Oh, yeah, they got 11 schools. I forgot. We left it with 11. Mount West, the Desert Division, we got San Diego State, Hawaii, and Boise State. On the mountainside, we got Utah State, New Mexico State / Coastal Carolina, because this is a really old dynasty, guys. And BYU, the Pac-12, the North, we got Montana State, Montana, and Washington State. And then the Pac-12 South, we got USC, Fresno State, UCLA. SEC East, we're going Florida Gators, Georgia Bulldogs, and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. In the West, we got Mississippi, Louisiana State, and Alabama. And around our Southwest Conference, I know it's the Sun Belt, but we treat as the Southwest Conference. We got UTSA, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And in the West, we got Texas, Houston, and Rice. Rounding that up, man, Texas A&M all the way in the cellar of that division. Last thing, guys, we're going to look at preseason All-Americans and the Heisman hopeful. Pretty much going to wrap it up here. Alright, sorry guys, I was responding to a message. Alright, in the NCAA at first, Team All-Americans, users have Montana State's got a running back, USC with a wide receiver, LSU with a wide receiver, USC with a guard, LSU with a guard, USC with a left end, Nebraska with a defensive tackle, USC with a mighty linebacker, LSU with a right outside linebacker, LSU with a corner, UTSA with a corner, Montana State with a strong safety, and USC with the returner. Let's go second team, UTSA with the quarterback. We're going with USC with a running back, UTSA with another running back. UTSA with a right outside linebacker, LSU with a free safety, Colorado with a strong safety, and that does it there. So we'll look at our conferences alone. Big 12, Nebraska getting a few players in there, Colorado with 1, Colorado with 2 there. Second team, another Nebraska player, a little more Colorado. See if we get some ECU. There we go. We got some ECU guys coming in here on the Big East Conference. All right, guys, we're not going to go through all that. We're going to go to the Heisman. It's the only one anyone cares about. Miami, Ohio, Montana State, USC, Wake Forest, and Oklahoma. Your top players. Andrews, if he can stay healthy, might have a shot there. Toughest places to play this upcoming season. Number 1, Florida, USC, Miami, the Huskers, Bryant Denny. Bobcat Stadium sitting at 11, so working on it. Longest losing streak right now is the Florida State Seminoles at 17 straight games at home, followed by Oklahoma State, Arizona State, Cal, and Wyoming. Longest winning streak, Falcon Stadium, Air Force 17, Nebraska at 13, tied with UTSA and Alamo Dome, and then Montana State at 11. Florida rounds out the double digits. Dang, Florida team. Very good one. Alright, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching. That was pretty much it here for the reveal, the schedule reveal. We'll be taking on ECU. Projected to win that one. We should win it. We got 7 conference championships, but no national championships. They've not won one since a hot minute. Alright, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we will see you next time.